Since we learned how to run Python, now let's do some more single line Python statements and execute them. So on the left, I have the Python shell open from the idle, and on the right, I have Python shell that I open from Mac terminal. As I said earlier, we could use either way. So throughout this class, I'm going to use both interchangeably. So let's start on the shell first, and I'm going to execute a few Python statements. So a statement can be as simple as a simple numerical value, such as 5 in this case, or it could be an arithmetic operation, such as 5 plus 4. You can also use the decimal values, such as 3.5 plus 4.5, and you can also use them in the print statement. For example, I can say print 5 and print 5 plus 4. Again, since both 5 returns 5 or prints 5 on the screen, and then print 5 looks like it does the same thing, in the reality they're actually different, but the difference will be when we actually write them in a file. It'll be more obvious, but for right now we're just going to assume that they do the same thing. So on the right, as I said, they basically do the same thing. I'm going to do some more print. Let's say 2 plus 3, and this is a Python statement or Python expression, the expression will be evaluated before we pass the value into the print function. That's why here we actually say print 5. But if you do this, say you put them in double quotations, 2 plus 3, the exact text will be printed. You can also do this. Let's say you can say 2 plus 3, separate by comma, 2 plus 3. So now you can see both at the same time. The statement inside the quotation will be printed as is, and the statement that is not inside the quotation will be evaluated first and then passed in and printed out as 5. So I'm going to redo this just to add something else, so it just looks a little bit better. So one more thing, as I said, if you pass in, or let's just do it this way, if you add up two integer values, you get an integer value out, but if you add two decimal values or float, you'll get a float value out. And here's one more thing, print. So if I say 2 plus 3, but this time they both are in quotes, instead of printing 5, you will print 23, because in this case it will actually concatenate those two values together. So a few others. Let's switch back to here. This time I'm going to do a multiplication. Print 2 times 3, you'll print 6. I can also say 2 and double asterisk. This time I'll say 2 to the power of 3. This time it will print 8. So finally, let's do some divisions. So if I say 10 divided by 2, you will get 5.0. If you say 10 divided by 3, you will get 3.333 all the way to 5. But if you say 10 double division 3, you'll get 3 out. You'll only get the integer part out. So that's a quick introduction to Python statements.